Hello, my name is Anisius and welcome to this Settra campaign guide where I will be showing you how to have a good start with Settra on legendary difficulty. This will also work on lower difficulties if you'd like to. So first of all, you will be at war with the top knots, which in my personal opinion you want to take out as quickly as possible. First of all, the first thing you do, move Settra back to Khemri, recruit a chariot unit and use global and normal recruitment for more spears. For building, build a growth building, and next turn demolish the chariot building. The research to pick here is whatever is to your liking. I personally prefer to go for the second dynasty for the additional growth possibility that you might get, but with the proclamation of the second dynasty. After that you can enter turn. Turn 2. Recruit 3 more spearman units and don't forget to demolish the chariot building before ending the turn. So now in turn 3, Sneak Armbreaker comes in to be your first enemy. Do fight this battle manually, which I will not show in this guide. Feel free, in the top right corner I will add as quickly as possible the battle guide as well, how to use Tomb King armies. So after winning this battle, you want to go for Endless March, because you're gonna need all the movement range that you can get. So choose that. Level up Settra into his blue line for also extra movement range, and you will be able to make progress towards Lightning Strike as quickly as possible. Feel free to auto-resolve the second battle, as it'll save some time and it doesn't really make a difference for the replenishment you will have. And again, please go for Endless March to stack up some more campaign movement range. After fighting, go up north towards Gorgazan and also do level up Settra into his Soul Reaper skill in the blue line. And again, before ending the turn, recruit 3 more spearman units. And please do build the open grades building to get unit capacity for skeleton archers, which is going to be a big help in the rest of your campaign. Turn 4. You want to move as close to the border as possible, but still keep 50% of your campaign movement range, because you want to put Settra into encampment stance, so your army will be as replenished as possible before leaving your own borders. Finish off the recruitment of the spearman units, and end the turn. Turn 5. You might think, I want to attack Mash one finger right now. Don't do it. Ignore him, go to Gorgazan instead. I do highly advise generally to fight battles manually. In this case, it's just a little bit of risk that I'm willing to take for this guide. Do take Gorgazan because you want to have it and then keep moving. Level Settra into Soul Reaper and then end the turn after checking if everything is okay. So, turn 6. You have the choice of the servants. Never go for the gift, because hero capacity is limited for Tomb Kings, as the only way to expand it is, by example, for Tomb Princes through Settra, by leveling him up. And the tech tree. You can only expand the capacity with so much. The only 2 real choices for me personally here is or to go for Lich Priest or for the Necrotact. I personally prefer the Lich Priest because magic is also limited and is one of the strongest things in Warhammer, so please, in this case, do go for Lich Priest. Do check what trait or what lore of magic your Lich Priest is. If it's a Shadow Lich Priest, keep it. Doesn't matter what trait it has, because Tomb Kings can only recruit Shadow Lich Priests if you have the right Book of Nagash. Before disbanding the priest though, it starts with movement range, so you can use it as a scout to see where your enemy armies are. In this case, Ikki and Mash are in Khemri. Good to know, you are free to move on for the next turn, because you exactly know where they are. After moving towards Galbaraz, do disband your Lich Priest and recruit any Lich Priest that you like, or just go for the recruit and disband option for a new one in the roster for next turn. I personally prefer to go for a light Lich Priest for Settra's army, because he has already the Hakara lore of magic. As you might have seen, at the end of turn 6, the top knots are moving away from Khemri, so just to confirm, it is a safe choice to not go back and defend Khemri. Then move your Settra army towards Galbaraz. Don't force march because you will need an extra turn anyways to attack Galbaraz. And don't forget to keep recruiting and disbanding your Lich Priest until you have the one you are looking for. At turn 8 you will besiege Galbaraz. You will have to fight this one manually. Again, I will show you in a different clip how to fight this battle. There should be soon a link in the top right corner to help you with that. After winning the battle, you want again to occupy the settlement. In Galbaraz there is a open graves building, so you will be able to recruit some archers from here. So do merge some of your skeleton spearmen and recruit 3 archers this turn. And before ending the turn, do upgrade your settlement in Khemri to tier 2. Turn 9. It's time to start moving towards Agromigdal. If you found a Lich Priest to your liking, in my case it's going to be a Channeler, add it to your army and let's go. Do use all of your movement right now in this turn, so you're going to make sure that you will be able to reach Agromigdal in the coming turn. Your army is strong enough to fight any upcoming armies if need be. Once again, at the end turn, do fight this battle. You might think the odds are not in your favor. Do fight this battle. It's very doable. And again, I will show you this in a separate guide. Click in the top right corner. After winning the battle, you might have guessed it, you go for Endless March again. If you had more casualties than that you liked, feel free to take the replenishment. And here, Iki is going to take back their Gorgazan. Just auto-resolve it, and don't worry about it. It's exactly as you want to have it. Turn 10. You have another level for Settra. I personally prefer to go to the Iron Disciplinarian because I don't raid, and the Canopic Jar cheese is something I will do with the other lords already. So I do want to finish the blue line towards Lightning Strike, so leveling Iron Disciplinarian is the best one in my opinion. Then, after leveling up, fight that army again. You can also resolve this one, as there will be barely any casualties that you would miss anyways. And you might have guessed it, Endless March is the way to go after that. Do not stop. So, the Lich Priest gained a Priest of Petra here. Do put it on Settra, so the actual campaign movement range increase will be given to his army. I prefer to take Net of Amantok as my Lich Priest level up early on, because it is gonna make it easier for you to control your enemy and not have your frontline blobbed too much, or you can hold back single entity units that are extremely strong that you are not able to beat with anything other than your archers. And surprise, with all the money we have gained from going with Endless March, we now have enough money to do the right to get a Casket of Souls. And again, do occupy Agromigdal, and after occupying Agromigdal, add the Casket of Souls to your army. Level up Settra and your Lich Priest. Settra is nearly at Lightning Strike. He means nothing. Recruit 1 additional archer into your army and then end the turn. Now, turn 11, move back towards Gorgazan, as you've beaten most of the Totland's armies at this point, and they can't have that many armies right now. Feel free to force march towards Gorgazan to be able to take it back as quickly as possible. I just didn't have enough money to get the gold mine, so we're just gonna end the turn and build it next turn. Turn 12. So you have the choice here to go for all Canopic Jars or leadership and replenishment rate. I don't worry about Canopic Jars that much, so let's just take the replenishment and leadership. Do build a gold mine in Khemri and end the turn. Turn 13. Go and attack Gorgazan. In this case I do auto-resolve it, just to speed this up a little bit, but it's a very easy battle to fight anyways if you want to have less risk continuing towards Zandri. I do advise to actually fight this battle yourself. And rapapa, we made it to Lightning Strike, the safety net that we are gonna need against the Bretonnians. I do like to build a Charnel Plaza because it just gives you a little bit more movement range in your own territory and a little bit of money, and every little bit of money helps the Tomb Kings so much. And as there are no other buildings that you need to build right now, feel free to build it. After that, end the turn. Just like the last event, ignore the canopic jars and go with the other option, in this case money, which is very limited for Tomb Kings in the early game. So now, turn 14, move towards Zandri, the last settlement of the Topknots. There shouldn't be any army in it because you've beaten the last one they had. If you're not certain about how many armies they still have, move towards them, go into ambush stance when you have 25% campaign movement range still. It's just a precaution and you'll still be able to take Zandri at turn 15. Do build up the growth building in Khemri to tier 2 because it's highly advised to get Khemri leveled up as quickly as possible if you want to get higher tier units also as quickly as possible. At the end turn, around turn 14-15, Versailles seems to always ask you for a non-aggression pact. Do take it because it takes away one enemy from the board for the time being. Turn 15, another event. In this case, don't go for the minus because you get a little bit more winds of magic with this event, which you don't really need because your army doesn't revolve around magic as of yet. So by taking Zandri this turn, we are going to be able to take out the Topknots and to consolidate our starting province. As we are going to need all the growth we can get to build up Khemri, I prefer to get the growth building for Zandri and to take the commandment to provide growth as well. So now by taking the Topknots out in the first 15 turns, we've made a very steady start, and for the continuation I'll just show you in Eagle Flight how to continue. So now it's turn 73, we've taken out most of the Batronians, we've taken out Ark and the Black, most of the Dwarves, Sudenburg, Tic-Tac-Toe and one other Tomb King faction. I'll show you in quick succession why I have kept, by example, Rapunzel alive, the dwarf settlement, and how I came to this point. Rapunzel Llorens is still alive because I wanted to use her settlement as a sack city because she has a very special defeat trait, which is the following. It gives you an additional 5% research rate faction-wide, which is a limited resource for the Tomb Kings because every time you unlock an extra army through your research tree, you lose more research rate. And also, because it's simply a sack city, you can use it to level up your canopic jars lord to level 5, so they have the maximum amount of canopic jars they will receive. So what does it mean for your campaign? First you move to the coast of Araby, leaving Kotik as a sack city for Rapunzel Strait, go to the land of the assassins, cross over to the southern desert of Araby and fight the lizardmen and also take out Sudenburg, and then move back up to the Great Desert of Araby where you can fight the Tomb King faction, after which you have consolidated this area of the map. Do keep in mind the orange markers are meant as optional sack cities for mountain regions because you want to be able to get the Channel Valley Necrotact, which reduces the infrastructure building cost by 15%, which stacks, so this is a way to get free infrastructure buildings as well. Additionally, from generally fighting battles, so sacking cities will help for this also a lot, you will be able to get the Skeletal Laborer, which reduces the province capital and settlement buildings by 25%, which also stacks, so very expensive settlement buildings you can make now cost 0. By wandering around with an army with several heroes in it and also have them each carry the Skeletal Laborer and the infrastructure production follower. Quick overview of how I have leveled Settra. First go for the blue line, then the red line to get some healing in for your army, then his magic line, and whenever you're able to go into his primary personal yellow line on top, and don't forget to put the Cambrian Wall Sphinx on at level 40. In Settra's case, I have focused in the red line on Tomb Guards, but do focus with each lord on whatever stack you want to put in there. In my opinion, the best traits for heroes, for Tomb Prince, Chariot Master, for Necrotact or Sphinx Carver or Scorpion Carver, and for the Lich Priest, Knowledgeable, to give more winds of magic to all of your armies. So let me give you a couple of quick side notes before ending this guide. First, whenever you get a new Casket of Souls through the Great Incantation of Tahot, you get the +3 Lord Recruit rank, which you can use to recruit and disband lords with putting the levels into canopic jars, giving you an unlimited supply when done whenever suitable. Secondly, the best way to doomstack for Tomb Kings is to have designated armies for certain units. For example, one full army of Cambrian Wall Sphinx, one Tomb Scorpion army, etc. Up to that point, try to balance the armies out with some archers, frontline and the Casket of Souls. Also always put one of each hero in the army when available to give each army the maximum of their potential. Third and last, level up your low tier armies through sacking, while your main armies push onwards. Each time you gain a new army, you can switch which armies are sacking and do the leveling. You don't need to sack the settlements anymore the moment you have 10 plus of the Skeletal Laborer and the Channel Valley Necrotact follower. So, this is going to be it for me today. I hope I was able to help you out with your Settra campaign. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Leave a like if you liked it, and leave a dislike if you disliked it. And if you want to be notified about any other things I do on this YouTube channel, you can subscribe below. For now, have a good day, good night, or whatever time it is for you. Bye!